All right, y'all. As we grow closer and closer to the draft, we need to have this discussion. When is this wide receiver 2 dilemma going to end? That is like the number one question I want to know, because as we've seen right now, Ayuk is not being freed at all for San Fran anytime soon. And that's a damn shame. Like, they already got the guaranteed money back. They're just being petty after their like little beefs, whatever. The front office and Ayuk just have a legit beef. Let him go. There's no reason why you're sitting here trying to hold him hostage, thinking, oh, we're going to get a 7th-round pick from him. Nobody's trading for him. Nobody. Absolutely nobody is going to trade for Brandon Ayuk, whether they like to hear it or not. No one's going to sit there and be like, you know what? I'll take on all that contract money that he got. Absolutely not. If it was his rookie season, sure, they probably would have been done that in a heartbeat. But no one's going to do that. Absolutely not. How that show is going on? No, they're not going to do that. But I'm not sitting here to, cry the blues about the Ayuk situation, because that's just inevitable. We're probably not even going to see him maybe till June 1st, because they can still convert, his guarantee money to another contract and give him the bare minimum and hold him hostage to the beginning of the season, then decide to let him go. But yeah, no, we just gotta just move off him for that. And honestly, that brings up to the topic of this. Do you have a contingency plan for the wide receiver 2 dilemma? Because Ayuk seems just like, yeah, it's gonna happen, it's inevitable, but when exactly is gonna happen? Because mandatory mini, offseason workouts, all about to happen in a matter of weeks, and we still don't have Ayuk on the roster. So you need to figure it out and have, contingency plans, because you already have Jaden, Terry, Diami, and others out there practicing, getting, some reps in or whatever, but you have no other wide receiver 2, no other means at wide receiver 2. And I know some people are gonna be like, but we're fine at the wide receiver position. Who is your wide receiver 2? That's what I want to know. Who's your wide receiver 2? Who? Diami? No. Luke? No. Jalen Lane? Sadly, but no. Who's gonna be the guy? Traylon Burks? Absolutely not. Van Jefferson? Come on now. Like, y'all gotta be for real. So I feel like you just need to have a contingency plan. The first one you gotta bring up is Debo. Debo was over here. He was, productive. He was actually a productive wide receiver 2, even though he got thrust into the wide receiver 1 position when Terry went down with his freakish, injury, which everybody swears up and down that it was inevitable. He probably was faking it, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. But Debo would have been, a good contingency plan. Probably their first one on the board, just in case the Ayuk thing just falls through or doesn't fall through. He's a good pickup, honestly speaking. He accumulated 700 yards in the air. Again, he had to take on the wide receiver 1 role, even though he's not a prototypical wide receiver. He still can get the job done. And even in his new offense, it still might fit him as, he is a weapon. So it could help. It honestly wouldn't be a bad addition to the offense, to the potential, new offense that we're getting. I wouldn't be mad at Debo coming back. Now, the only means why he's not here on the roster now, let alone any roster, is because of the money. I know he wants to look for like 20 plus mil, and that's not happening, brother. You're on the wrong side of 30. It's not like you're ass or anything like that. It's just no one's about to pay all that money for an aging wide receiver when there's fresh talent coming in the next 2 years. You feel me? Like, that's not happening. That's not happening. They'd rather probably trade for another, wide receiver 1 out there or whoever on somebody else's existing roster than pay that type of money. That's kind of crazy. You feel me? But I get him. He's betting on himself, and I don't blame him. You know your worth. Go get your bread. But, I would try to bring him back if this whole situation doesn't get any better, which it doesn't look like it's getting any better. As long as you don't try to, exceed the 20. Actually, I'm not even gonna pay him 20 plus mil. Bring down the money, bro. You're already getting 12 mil from us, and we already took that dead cap hit because of the whole voiding the contract. Just come back, bro. Just come back on like some, not even some chump change, but at least like a decent contract. And then I'll be like, okay, cool, whatever. If not Debo, then Jawan Jennings. Now, that's more your prototypical wide receiver 2. He actually plays like a wide receiver, not just a weapon. And it gives Terry and Jaden some more help. It'll definitely be an upgrade over Noah Brown. He's definitely better than Diami Brown or any of the other wide receivers on the roster right now outside of Terry. That would be a no-brainer. But again, it's just the money. Both of them thought they were going to hit the market thinking like, oh, somebody's going to pay me like $20 plus million. Absolutely not. I'm telling you right now, it's not happening. Absolutely not. Unless they can bring down the price. then no, we're just gonna be kind of cooked right there. But either one of them would be outstanding options. You feel me? It'd be better than what we have on the rosters already. On top of that, even though you will accumulate one of them, you still gonna draft one, you know, in this upcoming draft. Whether people like to hear it or not, whether that's at 7, which I highly doubt they'll do that at 7, because I think it's either Jeremiah Love or defense straight up. Or more likely, which probably is going to happen, is at 71, where they take a wide receiver, which could be potentially your wide receiver 2, and I'll be okay with that as well. But one way or another, this wide receiver 2 dilemma has to fucking come to a screeching halt, because we are approaching things really fast, and we still are very concerned about 2 position groups right now. One of them is definitely something, you know, we want more weapons for Jaden, and we still don't have a wide receiver 2. That is a problem, you feel me? So we need to figure it out. Now, I know a lot of people say, what if we try to trade for Brian Thomas Jr., his old running mate? I mean, yeah, that is an option, but I'll ask you this question. What draft capital? We have nothing. I regret nothing with, you know, trading for Laremy Tunsil. That shit worked out. I regret nothing for, you know, Debo. That was all right. And then, you know, didn't hurt us anything. It was just a 5th rounder. But with what draft capital? They're not going to use next year's shit. I highly doubt it. From what, you know, they say with next year's draft is something, you know, something that's going to be fucking one of the greatest draft classes out there, known to man. So knowing the rumors and all that's going to happen, do you really think they're going to give up more draft capital just for, you know, a wide receiver like Brian Thomas Jr.? Maybe, but I, again, highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. I know he wants to get younger overall on the team, younger and faster, but maybe that's not probably the way that's going to go. You never know. You never know. You completely never know. But do I think that's going to happen? Nah, I don't. But one way or another, we have to solve this wide receiver 2 dilemma. We just can't sit on our hands and just wait for the Ayuk situation to pan out, because we have God knows what's going to happen over there. They either going to be petty as fuck and try to release him during the draft, 2 months after the draft, let alone well into July. They could have been released him. It doesn't have to be post June 1st. They could have been released him now. That bread is the money's all in their hands right now. So I don't know. I'm just keep this video kind of short, but I just want everybody to sit about and think about that, right? Like, what do you do in this wide receiver 2 dilemma? Do you say we already just cut our ties and just pull the plug and let's go get a contingency plan and go get Debo or Juwan Jennings and say screw getting a wide receiver in this draft, and then when Ayuk comes over, he finally gets, you know, let go, just add him over to the roster, and then we'll just, you know, work what we got from there? Or you sit idly by, we go into this draft, you wait either at 7 or 71, and then you go and decide to, you know, draft one of them, and then just pray to God that it works out like that, like it was Jaden's rookie season again. Look, I'm just trying to make sure we don't have to put Jaden in that situation where he's got to play Superman again. We got a tight end 1, we have a wide receiver 1, we potentially got our RB 1, depending if they want to get Jeremiah Love or if he falls to us. We just need a wide receiver 2. So I don't know, bro. Y'all just gotta think about that. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, but you know, and comment down below. What would you do in this wide receiver 2 dilemma? Do you go out to go get somebody? Do you wait idly by for IU? What are you doing? Y'all tell me in the comments below. For me, I'm okay with, I guess, waiting and go get a wide receiver 2 in the draft. But like, I would also, I ain't even gonna hold you, Juwan Jennings or Debo, either one, bro. If he gets too close to it, I'm hitting one of them up. I ain't gonna hold you. I would not even try to wait for the San Francisco 49ers, bro. I would act like Ayuk's not even there until this whole divorce situation blows over. But it's your boy Easy. Till next time, y'all.